You can still get your life back. Get your life back. It's real. Get your life back. Get your life back.
How to write an ebook and book challenge. Okay. How to write the book in 30 days or even less. You can write it in a day, 2 days, 3 days. It always depends on the size of your book or your ebook, your digital download, quick, right? Or how to create journals. Like there's a lot of other type of books that you may want to write. You may want to share your story. This might be the opportune time for you to write with assistance, right? Because I'm here to support you with writing your story, writing your testimony in a book form. So your book can be short. Your book can be 10, 15, 20 something, 30 something pages. It don't have to be 150 pages like my first book. But let me tell you, the reason why I'm doing this because first of all, the fact that it helps to give me credibility as an author and as a speaker, even as a minister. So when I go out and speak, right, and different stages or just promote my business, people really pay more attention when I tell them that I am an author, and not only an author, I was an Amazon best-selling author when my book first came out, right? Not too long after my book came out, it was a couple of months because I did a special, and I'm going to talk about that in the masterclass, the challenge masterclass of how you can set up and plan your book, with the goal of becoming an Amazon bestseller. And then I also have some resources. So if you are in the academy, if you're doing a challenge from Get Your Life Back Academy, you will get automatic access to the downloads I have in there. I have resources like worksheets. I have a workbook in there as well for you to write down a lot of the points and strategies that you're going to get and the ideas that bounce off of your head while you're actually doing the challenge, because stuff is going to come to you. See, once you start getting flowing with anything you set your mind to do, it's like the floodgates open, the imagination start flowing, you start stirring up all that creativity because now you are in a place of expectancy, you are paying attention, you are focused, and you're looking forward to the end goal. And so when you get a vision, come on here, when you get a vision to do something, then normally it will come to pass if you stay committed. So especially for those of you, if this is your first time writing a book or writing an ebook, you can use it for so many things. Like I said, credibility for your business as a speaker, as a minister, as a business owner, or just in general, you want to write something for your family. Just saying you are author and you put out your first work. That can do so much for you. It was I felt so great when I first got my first book that I've written. But not only that, when I received it in the mail, you would have thought I won the Grammys, because to create something and to see it come to pass and come into fruition. When I received my book in the mail, a hard copy, a paperback copy of my book, I cried. I cried because maybe not for you, but for me, it was like a long dream come true from a long time ago. And it seemed like something that wasn't going to happen because I've gone through my own different traumatic trial and tribulations and homelessness and molestation, and I went through so many things, and I wanted to share my story in the book because I knew that it was going to help somebody. So when I set out to do it and the book came to pass, I was able to share my story. And one of the first people to buy my book was a pastor. He bought it for 10 people in his congregation, and he came back to me and said that my book was a blessing. One lady read my book and said she forgave her husband. All kinds of testimonies was coming in. That's why I'm telling you, you have to get it out there. Some of you are sitting on the vision, but it's time to make the vision plain. It's time to bring it into fruition with God's help. Write the vision, make it plain, set out to do what you want to do. Don't worry about all the kinks and all the mistakes. Part of stepping out on faith is just taking a chance regardless and not worrying about what's not going to happen or what didn't happen yet. Give yourself a chance and show up for you. So writing this book is a way for you to show up for you. Maybe you have also gone through something tragic like I did, where you realize now because you're at a place called Healed, that you can help so many more people with your testimony. You can help so many people with that book you want to write, that ebook, that journal. Maybe you want to create a prayer journal, a devotional, a motivational, inspirational type of journal. It could be any kind of book.
but I want you to get it out of your spirit. And so, because I know what it did for me and how me doing that, first of all, it was still the process of even healing and forgiving. And I had did that. But I mean, just looking back how I was able to do that and how it blessed my life, I knew that that book, my story, because my first book, my Amazon best-selling book, is my story, and it's called Let Me Out. And you can find it right now on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. Let Me Out. So I talked about my inner vision or the greatness that I saw, or those dreams and those passions, but I didn't really know how to exactly bring them to pass. And I talk about how God has helped me overcome those traumatic experiences I talked about earlier, or being molested and all those other things that happened to me, and being bullied. But I'm talking about going through the divorce, going through homelessness, dropping out of 10th grade, starting over in life after my divorce. So that means I had to go back to school to get my GED in my 30s and in my 40s. I'm going back to school. I had to overcome all of that. I had to overcome self-defeating thoughts that would come. I had to learn to pull down those imaginations and every high thought that will exalt itself against the knowledge of God, and bring all those negative thoughts into captivity, into the obedience of Christ. I did that. I did it with the word. Right? I had to write that down because I know that that is still, because the book is still there, it's going to help somebody else overcome their own challenges in life. But I'm challenging you right now to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit that bell so you can get notifications of each day. For the next 4 days, you're going to get a video. And I'm going to train you. I'm going to be coaching you, and I'm going to be on live with you. The video is recorded, but I'm going to be on live with you, helping you with this process. I want you to get that book out of you, girl, or man. This is not just for women. This is for men and women. Whoever this is for, it is time for you. This is your season. There is no more excuses. No more excuses. Get that book out of you. Stop talking about it. Stop dreaming about it. If you wrote the vision down, make it plain. Let's bring it to pass, because you don't even know what God's going to set you up for. A lot of times, and this is, I noticed for a fact, in my walk with God, he'll tell you to do something because you don't know where that one thing is going to lead you to. That book may lead you to stages, arenas, pulpits, podcasts, news channels. Pray. Start with the first step. Don't think about what didn't happen, how long it's gonna, don't think about that. See, that kind of thinking can hold you back. I know people that are held captive by their thoughts. And so me, as a life purpose and mental health coach, if you do continue to follow this channel, you will learn a lot of strategies to help you overcome them self-defeating thoughts, things that I have overcome from my childhood. I wouldn't be able to accomplish the things I did if I would have stayed in that frame of thinking. I had to learn how to reframe, right? I learned, and a lot of this stuff I learned on my own as a child because I went through a lot of childhood trauma. So I thank God that at a young age, I was able to somehow, with God's help, find ways to cope and overcome some things. So I know firsthand what it looks like to reframe something, to change your thought process into something more positive, to not focus on what has happened, but what could happen. And so that's the wonderful thing. You know, I am a believer. So that's the wonderful thing about being a believer. We learn to rewire our brains with the word of God. But your book can also help somebody to rewire their mindset, help somebody heal, help somebody overcome and move on. So writing this book is a part of somebody's journey of actually showing up, right? Get the book out, like I said, and have some expectancy. I want you to think big when you do it. Don't think, oh, this is another challenge, I'm just going to write. No. Think about the doors that this book is going to open for you, the platforms that this book is going to create for you. You don't even know. I'm telling you, I have gotten paid speaking engagements where I sold my book and have a whole station set up, vending table, having my books ready. By the time I finish speaking and getting off the stage, I have people lined up at my booth trying to buy my book. Let me out. So it's time for you to get out too, okay? But if you also join the Facebook page, I have a Get Your Life Back Academy Facebook group. Then I want to have you on this podcast, Get Your Life Back with Cheryl podcast, okay?